And like that, we are live. I hadn't planned to go live tonight. I, of course, planned to do a live stream tomorrow night. And you know what? I'm still going to do a live stream tomorrow night because I'm a madman and I like live streaming. This will give you an idea of what transcription is to me. I'm bored, so I'm going to sit and transcribe music that isn't a job. You know, I've got plenty of work to be doing, but I am going to be doing this because I want to be doing this. This is what I do after a long day of transcribing, after a long day of work, transcribing for a living, in order to unwind in the evening. Some people might enjoy a glass of wine. Some people might spend time with a loved one. No, people. In order to unwind this evening, I'm going to transcribe some horrendously talented guitar playing. Because I'm a fucking nerd. So, such is life even. Dave, how's it going? First player I've come across that made me question if I should continue playing. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. He's just astonishingly talented. There's no question in my mind that he's astonishingly talented. You know what? So I would describe Mattia Mancuso as... So the first time I saw him play, I saw the videos of him doing things like Fives and Cliffs of Dover. And I saw him, you know, playing with the fingerstyle thing. And... you know, it's an interesting one because obviously I've been very vocal in the fake guitar thing, like pointing out when things are fake, and had a lot of people send me that video, those videos, and I just had to just immediately knock back all these people and say, guys, that's legit, that's 100% legit. You can tell that's absolutely legit. Sure, it's a very unorthodox technique. It's certainly not a technique which you commonly see. This kind of the adaptation of the classical, probably more flamenco fingerstyle technique used on electric guitar, and heaven knows how he manages to continue to do what he's doing with nails and not absolutely wear his nails out on steel strings. But yeah, just unbelievably talented player, and there was never a single part of me that doubted that. You know, the first time I saw a clip of him, I just immediately, it was like, this guy is astonishing. And every time I see another video of his, I'm just blown away by it. So the reason I'm doing this stream is just a couple of days ago he uploaded an original piece. He uploaded a video of an original piece. That was what I planned to do tomorrow. I might get to some of that tonight, but it just made me want to dig back through some of his videos, and I'm just looking through his videos, and I see this video of the Pat Metheny group, Have You Heard? And I was like, what a great video. Let's transcribe that. So that's why I'm here early. He's an astonishing player, and I'm looking forward to digging into some of his work. But as always, I want to say hello to everybody. So who have we got online? Ross, how's it going, Ross? And Carr, why is he so talented? Because he practiced. Because he spent so much time practicing, right? Good to see you, Michael. Stop him in before your student joins the Zoom meeting. Cool. Raphael says his fingerstyle is incredible, and then goes on to say, am I going to try his technique? Absolutely not. That's not the sort of thing that you just pick up. Prior to being an electric guitar player, I did study and in college I was having tuition on classical guitar. But the discipline required in order to play classical guitar to a high level was just one that I hated it. I hated every second of it. I didn't love the music. I enjoyed playing the music, but just probably for the challenge of it. But I didn't love the music. So it was considerably less appealing than all of the other stuff that I was enjoying, you know, like all the rock and metal stuff, the Paul Gilbert and the Cacophony. I was listening to a lot of Cacophony at the time. So yeah, you know, I played the classical thing, and yeah, the discipline of this technique was just a no. The thing that broke me was trying to get my tremolo technique tight on classical guitar and trying to get my Rasguardo technique down as well, which again was just no. Absolutely no. I couldn't do it. Rodolfo says, best young guitarist alive. Yes. Crowley Road says, one of the best. No, I'm absolutely just going to go with the best, because that's how titles on videos work, right? Check out Josh Meader. I'm not familiar with Josh's playing, so I probably should do that. Craig, good to see you, mate. How's it going? Never seen a player using three-stroke classical technique on electric guitar like Mancuso. Absolutely. And yeah, discipline is insane. So, before before I crack on and start looking at this, I'm just going to run my credits because, of course, I'm going to run my credits. Huge thank you to all of my wonderful, wonderful patrons. You guys keep this channel coming. I see a lot of you in the chat, which is very much appreciated. If you would like to join us over on Patreon, get access to my private Patreon group and download tabs and all of the cool stuff, study club streams, get your name in the credits. You can even have private lessons with me. Link is in the description. Your support is very much appreciated. If that doesn't suit, you can also head on over to Amazon. Do it like that. Head on over to Amazon, check out one of my books. If I sold my books, if I physically sold my books rather than Amazon selling my books, I would love to have had a Black Friday sale for you, but unfortunately that's not something that I can set up. So head on over to Amazon, check out one of my books. There's links in the description, and your support is very much appreciated. So, oh, I like this. So, Josh is a genuine contender for best young guitarist. You know, very, very few people scare me like Mattia Mancuso has. So, right, shall we take a look at this video? Take a look at what we're going to transcribe. So, let me check that I've got sound. You should still be hearing me. Yep, cool. I'm still getting audio. So when I press play on this, yeah, that's coming through. Right, so I've not even marked this file out yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out the file. I'm going to put in the bars. So when I get onto the transcribing side of things, I will be able to, you know, keep up with where we are. You know, I always describe it as having an organized workspace. The reason I work with Transcribe, the software, is because it allows me to have an organized workspace. When I began transcribing, like amateur transcriber Levi, as a kid, I was just using Windows Media Player. So I was putting my audio files into Windows Media and listening and then rewinding and listening and rewinding. There's no visual aid when you're doing that. I didn't have a tidy workspace. My workflow was very inefficient. This makes my workflow very inefficient. Very efficient. So. Let's make him bigger for this because you probably don't need to see him so small. Oh, and of course, please do go and check out his YouTube channel, Matteo Mancuso's YouTube channel, because it's amazing. So, sorry, my bad. Doug Smoot's online. You can certainly see nails on his hand. What I'd be interested to know is how he maintains those fingernails, because the steel strings of his guitar should absolutely shred them. There we go. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's so fucking articulate. He plays with just like a level of precision that terrifies me. Everything that he plays is just unbelievably crystal clean. So much so that I appreciate that some people could maybe even criticize him for that, for how tight his playing is. Flat wounds don't make a difference on unwound strings, Michael. So the top strings are still essentially just fucking cheese wire. And yeah, I like what Morris says here with glue layers. That's what I would imagine. Some level of maintenance would have to go into these. So yeah. Let's get a look at any other comments I missed. We'll have to talk cacophony one day. I agree. Tears a beast. I agree. Sounds sweet. Heard the lick. Yeah. It does my head in when I looked at the comments on this. Somebody pointed out the lick, and then someone replied and said, "What do you mean the lick?" And then the most liked comment underneath that was, "It's something that Adam Neely came up with. It's a meme that Adam Neely came up with." I'm like, Jesus Christ, is that what we live in? Is that what 2020 is? Adam Neely's getting credited as creating the lick. Oh, amazing. Oh, gosh, there's a monster player. Yeah, fingernails, flat wire. I like this. So I find it very interesting that it doesn't actually sound like he's using fingernails against steel strings. Yeah, he's got an unbelievably soft tone. And when you look at the his approach, in fact, if I do this, it's interesting because you see him going from this more classical approach where the fingers are, or even flamenco approach where the fingers are more straight on the string. But then from time to time, he plays more with a hand turned like this, with his fingers acting like this. And when you think about that, the difference in how the string is being struck, this versus this is more of a brushing motion on the strings. This is a more direct, firm kind of, attacking of the string. The classical rest stroke, as you would that's how you would get that rest stroke. Though of course he's doing lots of free strokes. And okay, so I mentioned that I studied classical guitar, so why don't I throw some more classical guitar terminology around? Appuyando versus tirando, and tirando meaning a free stroke and appuyando meaning a rest stroke. And the difference between those two sounds, the rest stroke has a lot more projection. You get a fat, rounder tone, so when you're playing classical guitar, a lot of the time you want your melody to be played with those rest strokes if you really want to project that melody. He breaks all the rules and just makes everything sound just unbelievable. Dave says that he said it's a huge issue and he's considering getting fakes to glue on. I'm amazed that he's not already using fakes. Amazed. Raul, this song is Have You Heard by the Pat Metheny Group. So, let's go back to it. Yeah, Have You Heard. So, level articulation should be a crime. Luke, why would you retract that message? I agree. We're both laughing at the same thing. Right, cool. Let's crack on with this. So, it shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, I'm going to subdivide by 4 beats because pieces in 4/4. Everyone focuses on his freak show technique, but the real star, his phenomenal lines. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. That's why I'm transcribing it. Like, when I'm transcribing something like this, like, I'm not learning his technique. Sure, his technique is interesting, and of course, his technique, the lines that we play are facilitated by the technique that we use. So a lot of the stuff that he's doing is facilitated by his technique. But yeah, the focus is absolutely on the lines. When I transcribe this, if there's stuff in it that I like that I'm going to learn, I'm not going to go, well, I need to play it with the technique that he's using. No, I'm interested in the shape of his lines. So, yeah, absolutely agree with that last point as well, Morris, that if you couldn't see his hands, he would absolutely still stand out. I'll keep reiterating this. I'm not fascinated by his technique. He's not he doesn't stand out because of his technique. His technique is just interesting. In fact, I hope that his technique is interesting enough to people, but not so much that people now go, well, I'm going to learn to play like that. He plays the way he plays. Deal with that. Learn his lines. So, Reverendo is that Mihawk? Hello, how's it going? Right, let's do this. So, he slides in there, right? Yeah, let's go ba-da-da, ba-da-da. write that as... Whoops. Are there any clips of people playing his stuff with a pick, like how Andre Neri challenges people to accurately play his fingerpick stuff with a pick? So I love that about Andre. Like when you do stuff like that, when you make a challenge like that, the main reason you're doing it is to illustrate how unique your technique is and how your technique does facilitate certain things. Because I have seen a lot of people piping up in his stream saying things like, yeah, but you could do this all with a pick, why should I learn to hybrid pick it? And it's just not the case. I don't know if there's any videos of people playing Mancuso stuff, no, with a pick. So da, da, da. Doing the easy stuff. Pat plays this with a pick, yeah. Oh, he does put a lot of those off. Sorry, totally balls that up. Oh, sorry, okay, it's just occurred to me that I'm cutting off the side of my screen. There you go. Now, I should have, I know this is in C minor, isn't it? Now we're getting into melody, so solo. So, yeah, you know, for anyone that hasn't seen me do this transcription stuff before live, so I'm singing everything. So, now I'm not going to sing everything that I'm playing, but I mean in my head, I hear what he plays, I process it by hearing it, by singing that melody in my mind. Da, da, da. Matteo Mancuso has popped up. Thanks a lot for your appreciation. Such a 2 minutes ago. Thank you very much for your inspiring work, bud. You are absolutely one of, if not the best, and you have a very, very bright future in this industry. I'll send you this when I'm done, so you can give it to your fans. So, you know, hearing a phrase like da 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 da. Raphael, how do I figure out duration of the notes that quickly? Well, okay, so my reading is very good. Because my reading is good, when I hear a phrase da ga da ga da do da do da ga da ga da do da do 1 2 3 4 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and, so I can hear it as 4/16 notes followed by 4/8 notes. Ba da ba da 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 da. That's a nice phrase. Da 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 da. That was a hammer, not a slide. So if you want to learn to do this sort of thing, Raphael, of course, like transcription is a big part of what I teach, but really you need to work on reading. It's important. As I always say, if you can't see something, like musical notation, if you can't see it and have a good idea of what that thing is going to sound like when somebody plays the written thing, then you'll never have that ability to hear something and know what that thing is going to look like when it's written down. And, you know, looking at his articulation is really interesting. We've got ba 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 ya. Here again. That's interesting. Look at that phrase. The articulation is really important. You could look at this and say, well, it would be easier if you pulled that off. It would be much easier if you pulled that off. You'll pull off, pick, pull off, pick, pull off, pick, pull off, pick. That's not what he does. He goes pick, 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 pick. Because you know that's jazz phrasing. Does he hammer that? Yep. Picks all of that, yeah? There's the lick. Da 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 da. So he actually hammers. I'd slide that. Da 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 da. What's he playing there? Yeah. Slides in. Going to spread these out now, 3 measures per line. Ba-da-ba. I see. Do you think that reading a score while hearing the music is a good way to practice that? Yes, absolutely. I spent a lot of time like a lot of time when I was younger with tab books, and I would just buy the book, and I loved going home and sitting down with the album on and with the tab book and following along. That was a big part of what I did. In the same way that can be useful when improving like reading. If you have someone dictating to you and you're reading a transcript of what they're saying, it's a helpful way to develop your ability to process words. How does he cancel noise? I saw his Dream Theater cover and use flamenco finger style. He has a very, very clean technique, right? Absolutely, Raphael. Learning, yeah. Yeah. No? Yeah. Matheniism, if ever I heard one. Yeah, Super Locrian. I'm watching that back, even though I've got the lick transcribed, because I'm really interested on how he's executing that, because this is one of those lines, right, where his technique doesn't facilitate that. Matheny plays lines like this all the time. That's like a classic Matheny line. You can play that with a pick, no problem. I actually think that executing that fingerstyle must be a pain in the ass. So good on him for getting it, as clean as he always does. Playing that with a hammer, yeah? Or did you pick both notes? Yeah. Yeah, it's easy when you're working like this, right? Da, 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 da. I just know how I would play that, so... Did you play that there? Oh, he actually... Okay, place that there. That's a cool lick. Is it C? Oh, it's a B. That's a cool lick. Yeah, and when you've transcribed enough jazz, you hear licks like that, and you just instinctively know. Because, of course, when I'm transcribing this, I'm in my mind playing it. I hear what he plays, I sing the melody, and I know how I would play that. And I'm getting much, much, much better at that. Because I've transcribed melodies like that so many times. Now when I hear I know how I play that. How do I figure out the rhythm so quickly? Well, this is just straight 16th notes, so pretty fucking easy. But yeah, Raphael, why don't you tell Russell what you've learned? Got it. So. Look at the change in his picking hand as he does this. So he plays the line, hand on the side for that, and you can hear a difference in tone there. So yeah, fascinating. Matteo needs hooking up with Troy Grady. That's loose. Does he go down to the... Okay, picks it there. Very loose rhythms here. Yeah, that's kind of swing, but not, you know. I'm just going to write it straight. You know what? Let's do that as a half note. Space it out a little bit. You know, I love transcribing stuff like this. This legitimately is the sort of thing that I'm doing for fun because I'm a fucking nerd. But thank you so much to my wonderful supporters over on Patreon. If you would like to support this channel, the best way to do so is by clicking the link in the description. You can support the channel for as little as $1. And you know what? If you're on my Patreon page at the transcription challenge level, you'll get to download this and try transcribing it yourself. Maybe do some transcriptions of your own. Send them in to the group for feedback. Great way to learn to transcribe, being a part of such an epic community. So thank you very much for your wonderful support. You can also have private lessons, get access to my monthly private study clubs, get your name in the credits, and also just be a member of our groups, which is great fun because it's a bunch of good guys. So you want to learn more, link in the description. You can also check out one of my books on Amazon. Sorry for the shameless plug, but you know, I've got a mortgage to pay for and a divorce to pay for. So give me manies. I'm hard just hearing it. Da da da. So it'll be ba ba da da da. Yeah, C minor, of course. Whoops. Bastard. Hello, Dr. Woolley. How's it going? Bastard. Da 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 da. It's just I'm thinking to myself, right? How pathetic is it that this is what I want to do with my Friday night? It's 10 o'clock at night on Friday. I've been transcribing work all day, and now I want to sit and do this, right? I've got a PS5 in the house. I could be sat, big comfortable chair, playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, enjoying the wonders of new technology, etc., etc. I could be doing that, and yet I'm here doing this because I'm a fucking loser. But I'm so glad you're all losers with me. Sweet. Let's keep going. Because you never stop learning, and learning is great, right? Oh, bastard. That's cool. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I could be listening. Yeah, I could just be listening to Matteo. You know what? I could do both. I could go into the house. I could play PS5, and I could have Matteo's music playing over the Sonos while I'm working. While I'm playing. But playing is a waste of time. Hello, Alessandro. How's it going, mate? I need to share my knowledge with others. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? Thank you, William. Okay, shall we play through what we've got so far? 162. So in theory, if we go... sorry, let's change this to a section marker so I don't lose track of where we are. If I go back to the beginning of the transcription... and we should be able to go... now we're just a hair too fast, so let's go down to 160. 161. No, we'll go 160. You see that? You see what I just did there? That's why I transcribe. When I get to do that, and I have a transcription playback perfectly like that, that is like a little orgasm. I love that. That's it's to me. It's like being a puzzle solver, right? When I do that, I've just solved the puzzle. I've decoded the DNA of what's going on there, and I'd love it. I encourage everybody to spend time learning to transcribe. Where is he there? Okay. Bastard. Da, 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 da. Dr. Woolley, it is impressive, I'll give you that, but here's the joy, right? I get to do this stuff, which is impressive, and I know it's impressive, but in the grand scheme of things, compared to the guy that fucking played it, it's insignificant. I'm insignificant. I'm an insignificant speck of dust. Richard, how is it going, mate? How is it going? I need to look into Patreon, right? Because earlier I got a notification telling me that you had just joined me on Patreon again. And then I went to see that notification and there was no record of it. And I'm like, what's going on there? Oh. Da, 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 da. Diminished. Oh. Yeah, melodic minor. Would you mind just talking through the program setup here? Sorry for the... yeah, no, of course. So, 2 seconds. I am here to help. Hi, everybody. So, Dr. Woolley, there is a link to the software I'm using on the left here. Everything on the left side of the screen, that is Transcribe, the software Transcribe. That's what I use to load in my audio files and video files. Then I mark it out and I can, slow things down, set up loops and the like. Check out the video that I just posted. There is a link in the description of that video for where you can buy that software. It is an affiliate link, so if you buy it via that link, I get like 25% of the sale, I think. That sounds about right. It's a $40 piece of software. It's essential. I use it all day, every day. Best piece of software known to man. Couldn't be happier with it. The software on the right is Guitar Pro. I'm less enthusiastic about Guitar Pro. I don't have an affiliate account. Let's try it again. I don't have an affiliate account with Guitar Pro because I can't bear the thought of recommending Guitar Pro. But it is a piece of software that I do use. So, yeah. I don't know why I'm singing the immigrant song. Where have you gone? Right, you're back here. That help, Dr. Woolley? Well, Richard, what I would say is, and you should know this, I mean, unless you're feeling really, really fucking generous, and I appreciate the generosity, it's a financially trying time for me right now, but I hate saying that because it's financially trying for fucking everybody, isn't it? Like, everybody's having a hard time. But if you wait until Tuesday, when the start of the month happens, if you signed up today to Patreon today, you're going to get billed for November, and then you're going to get billed for December when December starts. And if you're a $5 patron, that doesn't make all that much of a difference, but you were at the $50 tier, so that, yeah, I mean, it's all lessons in the bag, isn't it? I knew I was going to do that. Does he pull those both off? He does. That. Do you want to come and say hello, Michael? Is that what's going on here? Come on in, pal. Up you go. Come on, up you go. Oh, say hello to everybody. Yep, hello. Talk down the microphone to everybody. Say hello. You want to say hello? Everybody hit the like button for the dog. Okay. You coming up, Ted? You come say hello? Oh, you coming up, bros? Come there. Oh, come on, you fat little beast. Oh. Death breath. Death breath. Come on, Ted. Oh. Little appearance from the dogs. So yeah, hit that like button for the dogs. Yeah, that's nice. Dogs. Nice Doug. A collection of Dougs. Rest of it more. Oh, okay. So, haven't used it like tax yet. Yeah, you need to. So let me put it like this, Rich. The reason I use Guitar Pro rather than a more professional piece of software like Sibelius or Finale or Dorico is that as a transcriber, I'm largely transcribing for individuals like yourself, right? So I'm doing. I did a Symphony X solo for someone today, right? If I was using Sibelius, I would transcribe the Sibelius as transcribing Sibelius and then send a PDF file to the client. I can't send them a Sibelius file. I mean, I can, but they probably don't have the really expensive software to open it. So I work using Guitar Pro because that's a piece of software that they are likely to have. So I like Fubar's comment. John's wife is in. Yeah, I find that that usually gets people interested. Doggos. I have 3 dogs, Ross. Oops. Bastard. Oh, he likes that fragment. That's cool. Da, da, da. Do you boys want a treat? You want a treat? Yeah, Ted? Mikey? Gentle. Yeah, don't bite my hand off. Yeah, bro. No. For the love of God, it's my fault. I shouldn't leave £2,000 guitars sitting on the bloody floor. Don't walk on them. Dogs are relentless. They'll just walk on anything. What have we got here? Ross Duncan. Can I transcribe just by ear, Levi? All the work do transcribing, send video performance or just audios? Yeah, I just got done with Kiko Loureiro's No Gravity album. That was just, there wasn't even stems. It was just the recording, just the album. And so I did everything. Rich Johnson, GPX files can be played in Touch Guitar, so I don't want to pay for Guitar Pro as an option. But yeah, then things don't display the way that you want them to. When I hand somebody a Guitar Pro file, it's going to display the way that I have set it up to. Any idiosyncrasies that happen in the conversion from Guitar Pro to Tux Guitar reading that file, I can't really account for those. Sorry, I know that my face is in the way. Let me move things around. There we go. Fourths. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Nope. Did you jump all the way up there? Ba da 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 da. Melodic minor phrase. E flat. Yeah. Ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba ba. Ba ba da. There we go. Pressing wrong numbers. Shit happens. What I'd like to do, Rich, one day is a live transcription, but I mean like a live real-time transcription. I would like to go to a gig and transcribe as people are playing. That's my ultimate goal. No, let's go one better than that. My ultimate goal is to transcribe before the person has played what they're going to play. So a soloist is soloing, and halfway through, I run up to the stage and give him the notation for what he's about to play over the next chorus. That's a skill. Oh, that's nice. 13 flat 9. Oh, diminish, yeah. For fuck's sake. my visualization's gone. Yeah, we'll go with that. What have we got? Slightly off topic, but have you played a Fender Ultra Telecaster? No, I haven't. Mate. Can't say I have. My main Telecaster is my Butterscotch Telly. That is a Mexican Telecaster. I do have a Fender Brent Mason Telecaster on order. I'm waiting for that to show up. But yeah, you know, how did I get into becoming a transcriber as a profession? Well, I was transcribing a lot, like a lot, for my own personal development. I started transcribing things that weren't transcribed. I got a reputation for doing Guthrie Govan's album, the Erotic Cakes album, just after that came out. And I eventually posted those tabs online for people to see, and about 40,000 people downloaded them. And from there, people got the idea. People started emailing me saying, "Hey, would you be willing to transcribe this for me?" And I'm like, I guess. And they're like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll pay you." And I'm like, sure, okay. And yeah, you know what? Those emails never stopped. The more I transcribed for people, the more word got round. And now, I'm transcribing for big companies, and I'm doing the transcriptions for the companies, and I'm doing transcriptions for books and artists. I've got several albums on the go at the moment for different artists. It's just, it never stopped. Kind of wish it would, so I could, have a rest. My face will be in the way, sorry. This is, yeah, I love this sound. This is tritone scale. How's he fingering that? Yeah, I love that sound. I play a lick very similar to that on my track Whiskey and Heresy. Pinched it from Michael Romeo. Literal word of mouth, yeah. Weeping Willow Guitar Lessons. How's it going, man? Long time no speak. Just transcribed you transcribed this video earlier this week. Maybe a few rhythms at the beginning. Start what you did right after 7/4 bit. I see you did each 4th beat as triplets. As in some is 8th followed by 2/16. So my goal with that, mate, is that I'm quantizing. I'm thinking, how would I want to see this written? And I would want to see it written like that, and I might interpret it slightly differently. I wouldn't get too granular on things like that. I want da ba 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 da do. That's my rhythm. Ba da 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 do da 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 do. That's how I'm thinking. So yeah, I've transcribed everything, John. Everything that you could possibly imagine. I'm now in a position where I don't have to transcribe other things. But up until, 5 years ago, I was doing, drums, piano, orchestral stuff, absolutely everything. But now I'm in demand enough that I can turn a lot of work down, or pass it on to some of my transcribing students. So you should send you PS5. You'll transcribe my thoughts. How good it is onto paper and mail it to you. My dark secret is, although I've got Miles Morales booted up and ready to play, last night I went on the PlayStation Store and saw that there's a game I've been waiting to go on sale for so long because I wasn't paying £30 for it. Everybody's Golf. I love golf games. I don't play golf. I have no interest in golf as a sport, but when I was younger I used to play some golf games and I find them so relaxing. So I downloaded that yesterday and I've been playing that all day. I say all day, obviously I've been working. I'm going to do a listen through in a second. Does he play that there? Sorry. Does he play that there again? Yeah, but transcribing Jacob Collier's stuff would mean having to listen to Jacob Collier. I'd rather cut my own balls off. Okay, so we're about halfway. Let's take a listen to what we've got, because that keeps me sane. And of course, the thing I enjoy more than anything is listening back to the transcriptions. Okay, so it's gonna sound like this. There's a mistake in there. I picked that the first time. Yeah. I meant to correct that the first time I listened to it. Spot on. Honestly, I could just play that back over and over again, and that would keep me happy. I don't look for much more than that. Right, let's keep an eye of what's going on. See if we get any messages coming in anywhere. I didn't post about this on Instagram. What a fud. Ach well. It just makes me laugh. He's so fucking good. Okay, Dr. Woolley, what am I thinking about as I'm transcribing? I'm thinking about the key, chord tones, relative scales, matching notes audibly, then thinking about the harmonic relations. No, none of that. Absolutely none of that, mate. Absolutely none of that whatsoever. If I hear Matteo play this... Da 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 da. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking the melody, and I'm thinking how would I play that? Ba da 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 da. Nothing beyond that. Harmonic analysis would come later. Helps if I put it in the right place. Da, 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 da. Chromatic, right? Down to the F sharp. Whoops. Sorry. Does he play the E flat there? Yeah, of course. Yep. Sorry, my head's in the way again, isn't it? Did he play that? He doesn't actually play that. I'm sure I'm hearing it, but I certainly can't see it. Bastard. Where's he playing that? Yep. Ah, fuck, was he playing that? Yep. YD ball over Jacob Collier. How do I put this? I I think Jacob Collier is, without a doubt, the most musically gifted person on the planet right now. I think he has a deeper understanding of how vibrations interact with other vibrations than anyone else. And he has an astonishing ability to not only understand it and process it, but both demonstrate it and perform it accurately. It's one thing to be able to talk about, the differences between tunings, right? I don't mean, I should be clear, I don't mean like drop D versus dadgad. I mean the differences between like different tuning temperaments. He's got all of that. Easily the most gifted person that I've ever seen. But he's never written anything that has left me feeling anything other than cold. He's never written anything that has felt like anything other than showing off for the sake of it, like showing what he's capable of. Now, he's obviously got all these influences that I'm not really into. So immense amounts of respect for him. And I've watched, and I still do, everything he puts out. I do watch it all. I'm fascinated by his musical ability, but I'm just not into his music. So yeah, deballing might be a bit dramatic, but that is how I feel. And to be fair, I mean, for not the last 75 days, but for almost 75 days, I did Brent Mason transcription on YouTube. Transcribed it, learned to play it, did a video of it, playing it at 3 speeds, right? And I think that most people, a lot of people, would have exactly the same reaction to that as I do with Jacob's music. And it doesn't make anybody right. It doesn't make anybody wrong. People have different tastes, and Jacob's stuff it doesn't reach me. Just doesn't reach me. It feels too experimental in places and too world musicy, which just sounds that I'm not really into. So. Da 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 da. Play that there. Hello. I'm outside doing a live stream. They're with me. Would you like to get them? Okay. Yeah, and I'll take a glass of water, please. Thanks. Look at that, I'm getting snacks brought out to me. We might be getting divorced, but she still looks after me from time to time. I saw another question there, so where was that? Have you ever transcribed something without video and sent it back to the artist, and they have said that the notes are right but the tab is wrong? Yeah, all the time, Ross, all the time. Absolutely all the time. Just that's a big part of. So like I said, I've just done Kiko's No Gravity album, and I've done it in like unparalleled levels of detail. And he's got all the transcriptions at the moment, and we're going to sit down at some point over the coming weeks, and we will go through all of the details of everything, and we will correct the tab so things are being fingered the way that he fingers them. Look at it, here comes water. Yes, yes, water. Yes, snacky snacks. Yes. Thanks. Yeah, so that all the time. Brent Mason transcription was such an inspiration. Thank you very much, UK Strings. I will go back to them. I promise I will go back to them. Yeah, minus 7 chart 5. Good to see that you're doing a bunch more transcriptions. Travis, I can write steel guitar tab. I can. I have a steel guitar actually. I'm not very good at playing it, but yeah, in theory, I can write steel guitar tab. I don't know if I'd want to because it's a fucking nightmare. But yes, steel guitar is my favorite instrument. If I could wind back the clock, I've said this a few times, if I could bin off all of the skills I have and just do something else, I would be a steel guitar player. There's something just magical about the steel guitar. My brain is just not working now. Da, 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 da. Yep. It's just not work. I've just evidently I've reached that exhaustion stage where my brain is like, I'm hearing these melodies and I'm going to type in the note where it should be, and it's not where it should be. I mean, look at that. Travis just bragging about having the best guitar players in the business. Sean is, I mean, of course, like I did Andy Wood's last record, did the tabs for that. And so, you know, my love for Andy is long documented. But Sean Tubbs, oh. What snacks have I got? There is a good question. Let's have a look. I don't know. I say snacks. She's just been at our friend Sue's house. So she's probably just brought me back the leftovers that they were snacking on. There's some fiercely flaming hot crisps, which I won't eat. I mean, there's some fiercely flaming hot crisps. Oh, okay. There's an orange twirl. And there's an orange twirl, because apparently my snacking is Noah's Ark. I'm more appreciative of the water, to be honest. I'd love a can of Iron Brew, Ross, but I'm supposed to be off the ginger, as they say. It's the thing with steel tabs, Travis, is so like maybe the reason I don't play steel guitar very well is I've never had any lessons. I've got some instructional materials, and when you look at, like, as you well know, like steel guitar tab, the way steel guitar tab is traditionally notated. I say traditionally notated, but you know what I mean. Like it's a very weird thing to do. Like if I was gonna do steel guitar, I would do it in Guitar Pro, and there's no reason that I couldn't do that. Like if I went in Guitar Pro, I would go new, and I would just set up a clean electric guitar, and I would set up a 10-string electric guitar. Ideally not sounding like that. And then I would go up in here, and I don't know Let's have a look. I would be yeah with standard or Baroque. I would then put it in E9 chromatic or C6 depending on what it was, and then I would work on the tab, not rather than in the spaces as you would see in steel guitar tab. I would just notate it on tab like that. So anything's possible. There we go, -7 sharp 5, doing the work, putting in the engagement stuff. I appreciate it, man. I'll do the credits as well because my brain is not working. So thank you very much for your kindness, generosity, and support. Wonderful patron people. If you are one of my patrons, you are very much appreciated. Let's try that again. Very much appreciated. If you would like to join me on Patreon, there is a link in the description. You can support my channel for as little as $1. It's a wonderful way to keep food on my table and keep the hounds from the door. Is that a thing? Is that something that people say? Let's go with that. Yeah, link in the description. If that doesn't suit, you can also check out some of my books over there. You might have seen some pretty cool names on there because there's some support from some wonderful, talented YouTubers, and your support is very much appreciated, guys. So thank you very much. You guys rock. Let's have a look. What have I missed? I do like a Scotch egg, Dr. Woolley. I do like a Scotch egg. Well, the thing to remember, Tom, is like what I'm really into is I'm into improvisation. I like it. I love it when Jacob improvises. Actually, I love his solo, and I'm rather than like these really over the top compositional feats. I'm much more into the raw, improvisational language stuff, which is why, I live for things like bebop, because it's just a group of people just collectively improvising with each other, and that it really does something for me. Jacob's stuff is like polished to the extreme. I don't mean process, but just there's so many layers, and like there's such an artistic vision in mind, and in the end I just get to it and I appreciate it as a piece of art. But yeah, I never want to go back to it. So Ross has never eaten an egg. There we go. How long did I have to transcribe before? That's an interesting story, mate. I used to transcribe with a guitar exclusively, and then I got a job working at Lick Library. And before I started there, I told them what I needed to work, because they wanted to build a PC for me rather than, well, they didn't want me working at home. So I said, well, if I'm going to work in the office, I will need a PC that is to my specs. It needs to be the system that I would use because I have a workflow. And so it would need to be that. So they built what I needed, and I turned up to first day on the job to do the job, and I was just in the office, like next to all the other people that were doing, web design and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't sit here and transcribe like the way I do at home. I can't sit here with a guitar, like playing along to everything. That's not going to work. I mean, it'll work for me, but it won't work for everyone else. So I very quickly just stopped using a guitar, and it meant that everything took a lot longer to do, but I was getting paid, so if it took longer, it took longer. I had requested my own private space to work in, but they put me with everyone else, so I worked slower because of it. But I'm grateful for that because it meant I got really good at not needing a guitar. What's wrong with eggs, Ross? Tell me what's wrong with eggs. Oh, and it's all Connor. How's it going, Connor? Why were they opposed to me working remotely? I don't get the logic behind that. I think it's an old school approach. I think, ironically, I think they probably thought that if I work from home, I'll take the piss and I won't work as much. So they had me work in the office and they put me in a position where I had to essentially take the piss to not disturb other people. Fuck's sake. No! Let me move this out of the way so you can see me. Oh, why won't Guitar Pro do what I want it to do? There we go. What's he doing? Bastard. Let's pull off there. Is he playing that? No, yeah, not. Clear some space so I can actually fucking see the notes. Same line as earlier. Played that before. What am I missing? General look of them combined with the smell of hard-boiled egg is just a big no-no. Plus, I recently found out that they actually come from a chicken's ass. So that's doesn't a Scottish egg just taste like a Scottish egg, a Scotch egg? What, a boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat and breadcrumbs? Delicious, absolutely delicious. When you say you've never eaten an egg, Ross, do you mean no egg whatsoever? So, like a boiled egg is very different from, say, an omelette or scrambled egg. Are we talking no eggs whatsoever? And hi from Japan. Hello. Sorry, I've not done Japanese since college, so I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce your name. My memory of hiragana, katakana, and kanji no longer exists, so I apologise for my ignorance. But thank you for tuning in. I'm just checking my messages. Oh, Ron Jar's on back. Hello, bud. How's it going? Da 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 da. I want to kick my own dick. That's what I want to do. No scrambled, no omelette, no hard boiled, no poached, no Scotch egg. Yeah, as I say, gentleman from Japan, I did do Japanese in college, and my, enough to pass, but that was, Christ, 15 years ago. Are we getting close to me being able to do another playback? Yeah. I feel like there is genuinely an intellectual musical conversation going on in this chat. Here I am banging on a button for eating an egg. No, Ross. No, don't you dare apologise. How dare you, sir? Never apologise. You, sir. I've had lots of conversations with lots of people about lots of musical things while doing this. What have I done there? I totally balls that up, didn't I? I've had lots of conversations with lots of people about musical things today, but what I will remember from this is laughing my arse off talking to you about eggs. Great to fry the brain, yeah, absolutely. Right, so let's take a listen to what we've got. In fact, you know what? I'm going to save this now. This is obviously it's not going in my Scotty Anderson folder. It's going to go in my Dropbox. Apparently that's going to take a minute for it to work out. There we go. It's going to go into my transcriptions folder. No, transcriptions? No, it's going to go in my Patreon folder. Where's Patreon? Patreon, there we go. Matteo Mathini. So this will go up for patrons to download. And I'll send it to Matteo if he wants to give it to people. He's obviously welcome to. It's his work. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Snack time. Yep. Look at me, I'm back. Yeah, he's got you there, minus 7 sharp 5. It is blues changes. How much more of this do I have to do? I mean, right, come on, Levi, fucking knuckle down. You can do this. You've been going for an hour and a half. This is fine. Because nobody got good at anything by slacking. So you play that there. It's not going to play that there, surely. Yeah. Oh, he does play that on the high E string. It's hammer-ons, not slides. He jumps over, yeah. Thanks, Jens. You know what, I'm going to make that. Feels like that's not a great thing. I don't... how do I want to notate that? Oh. Yeah, I'm thinking speed. Oh, you bastard. Did you jump down to the G? Son of a bitch. There we go. Ba-da-da-da. Cool lines, right? How far does it go? 28. So I've got 18 bars left, and I've done 77. So yeah, we can do this. I can get this done within the 2-hour mark. Distracting myself with Facebook comments and all that shit. Who would have guessed that Matteo Mancuso posting about the shit that I'm doing on YouTube would result in a bunch of you adding me on Facebook? Thank you very much. Is that slide? Oh, it's all slide. Doesn't pick that again. so close. So close. Magic I've had to devote a lifetime in practice to. Thank you for tuning in, Martin. Good to hear you having this theory again. I love these patterns. Should be the same. Yeah. Staying in position there. $69 likes. Well, that's more people than are watching. But if you are watching the stream and you haven't hit the like button, please do hit that like button. It's a big help for the channel. Trying to use video download from YouTube and transcribe doesn't work. Something about the audio file, but the video works. Hang on, let's do video downloaded from YouTube and transcribe doesn't work. Something about the audio file. You may have just downloaded a video format that Transcribe doesn't support. Make sure you've got the G Streamer plugin installed with Transcribe. You get that from Transcribe's website. Oh, I'm in a rush now. I need to get this finished. Wife wants to walk the dogs. See if that's agreeable. Da, da, da. I can feel the end in sight. Fuck's sake. Oh no. And we're done. All of that in less than 2 hours, which it's about right to be honest. I think a 2-minute transcription I would be charging probably 50 something pounds to do this. So 2 hours of my time, about £50. Not the worst working, and you know, with all the talking and everything, would work faster if I wasn't, you know, doing it at a strange time of night where I'm pretty tired. My brain would have worked a little bit better, and if I wasn't having conversations and plugging my Patreon. But okay, let's just listen to it. It should be perfect. Should be. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ears, Daniel. All ears. My eyes just stopped me from having to hold my guitar. happy with that. And I couldn't agree more with Matthias. Little sign off there. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, not just to my channel, but to his channel, of course. So please do go and check out Matteo Mancuso's channel. He is, without a doubt, just one of the most astonishing guitar players. I'm going to be back tomorrow night doing another transcription of his. I'm going to do his new song. I didn't think this was going to take me as long, but then again, I should have known it's 2 minutes of ridiculous shred. So, of course, it was going to take 2 hours. So, yeah. So, thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm just going to run my credits again. Thank you to all of my wonderful supporters over on Patreon. If you would like to be like one of those people and help this channel to continue going, allow me to continue doing this for a living, get more videos like this, the best way to do that is to head to the description, check out my Patreon. Again, link in the description. You can get your name listed, join my monthly study clubs, you can download transcriptions, you can be part of my Facebook group, or you could even have private lessons with me, the Master Transcriber. You could be in the Master Transcriber too. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. Thank you very much for your kindness and support. If that doesn't suit, you can also check out one of my books. Again, link in the description. Cool. Any final questions, any closing comments, anything that people want to say before I log off? I'll stay on for another 90 seconds. That will take me right up to the 2-hour mark. 2 hours to figure out a 6-chord song. Master transcriber, transcribing a master player. Yeah, I always wanted to be a master player, but I found that I was better at transcribing. Feeling 10,000 hours ago. Yeah. When you want to integrate a lick in your playing after you transcribe it, do I go back and analyze it in harmonic context? Yes, absolutely. Do I think of the underlying chord position scale? Yes. I think of how a lick functions over its given setting, because that's what a lick is, right? A lick or a phrase, a musical idea, doesn't exist in isolation. If you play it without a backing track behind it, I would imagine you're going to hear the context, that the backing track was providing. Certainly for the licks that I'm interested in. The licks that I'm interested in sound like the chord they're being played over. So if I was going back through it and analysing a lick that I liked, I would have to not just play it, but understand what about it worked, and that would help me to integrate it into my playing a lot more. So that's a wonderful question, Spiros. Thank you very much for that. Anything else? Lee Smith, incredible work. Thank you very much, Lee. I appreciate your comment. Make sure you hit that like button. Tell your friends about my channel. If you're new here, let somebody know. Let somebody know about all the work I'm doing. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Yeah. Join me on Patreon. Buy one of my books. Stop me from going bankrupt while I deal with a divorce. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. You guys have been incredible. Hopefully I will see some of you tomorrow evening for more of this madness. Much love. Goodbye.